Hello, Fredlings. I'm Claude from Chicago. We are here for real people, the real creativity in real time. Fredlings never give up, and I want on you. And today, I had to get something off my chest. Two things, actually. One is, if you didn't check out the last video, which was actually 10.5 of the series, you need to go check it out because I'm going to be talking about that soon. And second off, a news organization actually plagiarized my work the other day. So now I'm dealing with all that repercussion on the back end of trying to get, the reasoning why they stole my work for an article that I went out to did for another company to then get paid by that other company and then them steal it from me and then me losing credibility in that regard because my article has my name is not on it at all from the stolen article. So I did want to clarify that at the beginning of the stream. And yeah, other than that, don't plagiarize everybody because if not, then you'll be in this huge mess. Which, by the way, I did not plagiarize again for the clarification. They stole my article. So now I have to go out the way and I have to go after them, pursue them, and do a complete investigation on them. So just letting you guys know, plagiarism at a university and college level is you can get expelled for that, and it will be permanently on your record. For any university you go to or any college you go to, it will be on your record for the rest of your life if you plagiarize. And a news plagiarized me and did not publish my name in it after plagiarizing me, and there are only 2 words that are different in their article versus mine. So I wanted to say that out loud and tell all you Fredlings before we kept going on to the stream. They stole my article, did not give me credit, published it, made thousands of dollars on the advertisements that were put in that newspaper, and I didn't get shit from it. So I'm dealing with all that on the back end. Let's do something fun every single day or whatever he says. What's up, Cripsa? Thanks for coming out to the live stream. I greatly appreciate it. By the way, Zacula Games said that because, I'm not going to plagiarize him. Oh my god. All right, so today we are on the flat world. If you did not watch the YouTube video, I did almost die off stream. I did record it, and I did post a video earlier today about 3 or 4 hours ago. Unfortunately, it wasn't 6 or 7 hours ago. But, today we're not going to be doing anything crazy because I actually got to go to work and I got to write another article. That hopefully they don't plagiarize that one too. We're working some stuff out on the back end and they haven't responded to me. I actually went in person to talk to them, but they haven't responded to my emails. So I did see them in person. I did talk to someone. So, but yeah, sorry, I'm just like that has been infuriating me all day and I had to get it all out. But today, what we're going to be doing here is we're actually going to do something a little different. So if you missed the video, we actually got ourselves a few items here, which I'm actually very, very excited to use, and I'm going to actually use them now. So what do we do off stream? If you're just tuning on in, I actually got a wandering trader to come over to us and give us a high five and give us a shout. The wandering trader didn't give us a very good amount of like I don't want to say he didn't really give us great items. Let's be for real. He didn't give us great items. But he did give us something very, very useful. And when I mean great items, sure, I guess it is great items, but I mean, I'm like all over the place with just thinking about that other thing that's going on. But he did sell us these items. 4 buckets of pufferfish, 5 nautical shells, and 3 brown dye. But the thing is, what I wanted to do was these buckets of have pufferfish in them. But you know what's important about these buckets of pufferfish? Is you get a real bucket after the fact. So now we have pufferfish in our world. We actually have a new mob to mess around with. And additionally, we have 4 free buckets. Isn't that crazy? Isn't that cool? Isn't it Epic Games? Like, I don't know what else to say there. That's like Epic Games, I would say. Now, these guys can kill me. I'm not saying that they're the nicest people. But Still, I do have some of these guys. Now, I don't know if what's the required depth for a pufferfish so that they don't like suffocate in a wall. It could just be this size is just not the correct size, or because I don't know if they'll suffocate in the wall. They might not suffocate in the wall either. I'm not sure. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to place 2 in this one. And hopefully this is enough room for them to swim and live in. But they do poison you. But we do have fish, and now we have 5 buckets. So what I wanted to do on today's stream is actually something a little bit crazy, something that I wanted to do for a minute. I actually need a shovel, so maybe we should go get a couple of shovels here. But long story short, is what I wanted to do is I wanted to do some planning. What does that mean? We are going to be planning on building our moat / river / waterfall / mountain / mega project building project. So for people that do not know what's going on in this world, it's a super flat world. Obviously, the world is completely flat and does not deviate from this height. Except for the only height terrain things are the trees that we build or any objects that we build. And the generated houses. I guess the end portal does generate the tallest in the world. But technically it is underground, which means we're technically underground. But what I wanted to do was I wanted to make this look like a dome. Now, maybe we actually legitimately make it a dome too. I don't know. I'm just planning right now. But what I do want to do is I wanted to make sure that everybody inside of this village knows that the only thing that exists in this world is this village, because I'm trying to build a false reality for them. I'm trying to get them brainwashed. I'm trying to get them not knowing that the actual world is flat, just like in real life, of course. But, this world, I want it to be different. Let me read some of the questions that are going on while we are waiting here. Gripsa asks all of the following. The weather here is actually baffling, not going to lie. It was over 80 degrees out yesterday, and now it's like 35 and snowy. And the snow is really coming down hard, too. Like, if we got this back in January, we'd have like a foot of snow, and it'd stick till March. Yeah, thankfully it's not like that. Today it's pretty nice over here. It's not perfect, but it's pretty nice. I don't know what the temperature is. It was nice enough to have my window open for about 30 minutes. And then when I was going around and doing things, yeah. So this is the spot, by the way, this is the spot that I almost died off stream at, just for the record, for people that are curious. Obviously, there's our farm. There's our little village. And then there are these water sources around. If people don't know, these water sources prevent the slimes from spawning. And that's how I almost got killed. But I was surrounded by slimes. And slimes only do like 1 heart of damage. But when there's 5 of them around you, they can do 5 hearts of damage in a second. So yeah, it was very stressful. I'm not going to lie. But what I wanted to do was I wanted to build a moat / dome / that sort of thing. Now, I'm determining where this goes and where does this end, because there is actually quite a lot of room over here, but these are chunks. Now this is the chunk that I'm in. For people that don't know, this is F3G if you want to show the chunk borders. The slimes are spawning in certain chunks, so these slimes are spawning right there. I think this is a slime chunk, but I could be wrong because I don't see any slimes in it now, but there was a slime in it earlier. So slimes will always spawn in that area. So instead of just keeping random fences around the place, which I'm still going to do for a very long time, just for the record. But I want to make it and dig it out so that we actually have a river system that runs through here. And it looks like this is a natural valley of a river. So what I was thinking is, obviously, this is going to probably be our Lake Chad of the world. I mean, it is our Lake Chad of the world right now. And the Lake Chad might go out a little bit bigger, and we might get it to go around and, go like that, or something along that record. And then the Lake Chad is going to spread out into additional rivers. And we have to figure out how to make those rivers non-square. But I want to cover up these areas here so that we can obviously row our boat from more around our spot course, but I do want to make it look like a natural river. My end goal of this planning idea is to figure out where these rivers are going to go, how they're going to connect up, at least to the first couple, and then where are we going to make the waterfall. So I think that this is, considering this is the biggest flat part of our world with relatively the least amount of slimes. Maybe if we go over there, there might be less, but for now I'm just thinking about it. It's what I'm thinking about is like we're going to be in like a valley, a bowl, like a football bowl. And it's kind of like we're going up and we're going up and we're going up, going up, you know? So this will be at the bottom of the bowl, and then the water runs down off the mountains, which you can run off the multiple sides because it's going to be a big bowl, like I said, a football bowl. It's going to run down, and then it goes into these separate rivers, which could, I mean, imagine there's rivers. And then it'll be just a huge mountain, and eventually we'll have enough. Eventually we'll be able to get snow, if I'm correct. I believe there will be still snow biomes in a super flat, but if not, then we're going to just have to use grass and dirt and coarse dirt and other objects from the nether to make it look like a cool bowl. And then on the back side of the bowl, I want it to be very, 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 very movie-esque. I want there to be scaffolding, could be bamboo, which would be the cheapest. Scaffolding running up and down, holding up these walls, because it's on artificial walls, and then it'd be a super flat, very thing. Now, this is a mega project, even on a super flat world, considering our thing. So this is going to take a very long time, and if we die, we'll never finish it. But that is what my idea is, and I'm going to start off in sections and figure all that stuff out. And today is figuring out where the rivers are, because we cannot start the mountain until we figure out where the rivers go and where rivers are. Now, there is water here. Like I said, this water will be removed, and we'll have to prevent the slimes from spawning yet again. But I do want to figure out how we're going to get this river to go. So I guess we're just going to start from, and do I make the river the same height as this, the depth of 3? That I don't think I'm going to do. I don't think it will be that deep. But we can always go that deep, and for now I'm just going to mark it like we are going that deep. But I don't really want to dig out that many blocks, because this is, like I said, this is going to be a mega project. This is going to take a long time to do. I mean, this could take years to complete. So we're just going to kind of roughly form the river with our dirt. And then here are the chunks. So these chunks, including these blocks, because if we look at our chunk border, this is all a chunk, and slimes do spawn in here. And I do not want slimes to keep spawning. And I could put torches down, don't do anything. Putting buttons down, do things, yes. But sorry, my nose is killing me. Oop, I pressed the wrong button. F3G is the command. But F3G, if you place anything in, like, probably like to this chunk, maybe, slimes can spawn from pretty much from that one all the way down to bedrock, which we're only 3 blocks above bedrock. So you can imagine how much stuff I would have to do to move this entire world up to that level to prevent slimes from spawning. So we're not doing that. So we're just going to leave these as rivers. Now, this river is going to be a little bit larger, because of course this is going to be all needing to be water. So maybe we'll have like these sort of semi-canals. Doesn't have to be exactly perfect. And then what we'll have to do here is we'll have the river come back down, which this is, this is all water. The river will come back down, and we'll kind of have it run past our farms, because I do not want to get rid of our farms. We're going to leave a little gap on our farms. I want to keep like maybe a 3-block gap for the river. And by the way, remember, these people in this world are completely brainwashed, so they don't know that this is a thing, Remember how we all thought AJ was crazy back in the day, saying that the world was flat? Actually, it is flat. I did my own research. It's actually, no, come on, bro. The world ain't flat. This is a fan fiction. This is a sci-fi fiction Claude from Chicago. Okay, before people start believing the world is flat and crap. Okay, that is not true. All right, I want to take a look and see how this is running up. Oh man, this is gonna take forever to do. By the way, I think what I'm gonna do is, oh, that looks kind of cool, doesn't it? If we like, of course we have to bend it in. This might actually end up being Lake Chad because look at how many damn slime chunks are over here. This would be a. This might be Lake Chad. That's one. Did we even build that in a? We didn't even build that in a direct chunk. I should have done that, but I didn't. This might be the Lake Chad of the world. Maybe we go like from here and fill this all in from water. Like if we just fill all of that in with water, we have a huge, massive lake. So many slimes. Dot. Cripsa/Kylie says. Yeah, there is a lot of slimes. But this is looking good. I kind of like these curves. Now, of course, we can flesh it out a little bit later. And if I am keeping... I should probably keep the water in a higher table than, per se, the town. Because we're slowly making this a bowl. And to eventually get it to curve up pretty quickly. An artificial world... it will need to be a very drastic curve. It will literally look like a J sort of curve. So yeah, we're gonna fix all the little minor things later. Maybe we build our house on the lake, like Loot Lake. Maybe that's what we do. But it would be very good to get this outline because, yeah, I would love to get that outline going. Oops, sorry, Piggy. Alright, so we'll have this go like this, and then we'll bring the water in there, and then we'll keep the water like that. We'll come kind of curve back out like so. I do have to go to work again soon in about an hour, so the stream is not going to go on. I mean, it's still going to go on for an hour-long stream. I mean, this is still not going to be a super, super duper short stream, but, you know, it is not going to be, 2-3 hours like we normally do. Now, we still can build outside of the area, for the record. We can build all the way out to 1,000. I think after 1,000, I'm going to just kind of stop building out of that radius, just to give us like a... I mean, I kind of like... You know, like how you guys have in the Bastion realm? I kind of like... I don't want to have, like, things so far away from each other that it just doesn't look correct. And then we're gonna like have a kind of like hard curve here. Oops, wait, did we go too far? Perfect. This will be another little lake. Now, you might be curious about what we're going to do on the water there. The water from the lakes that do still exist in the middle of our town. That's a good question, but we have not thought that far. We might have to just build because it's a big chunk, by the way. So I don't know. There is a lot of room over here, too. I don't want it to be like... I don't want it to be a perfect circle, for the record. Oh, shoot. See, this is... This is what I've been dealing with off stream. And I don't... Oh, you know, I am slightly traumatized with Minecraft, so I wanted to do something really kind of relatively safe. Because after yesterday's stream, I tried to come back on... Or, sorry, not stream. The video that I posted earlier today. Okay, that guy's starting to tick me off. I need to run away so he doesn't see me anymore. This might also be a little too... I think I need to curve this in more. I think that's a little too far out. I think that's way definitely too far out. I think from here we're going to have to get it to curve. gotta get it to curve a lot faster. Right when the shovel breaks, we'll move. All right, there we go. That's probably a good depth. We're just trying to give ourselves like extra room to build if needed. But I cannot wait until this gets filled in. Claude, we were supposed to be getting a foot of snow by Saturday through Monday. So my dad wasn't he-heing. He was actually being dead. He was being for real. Nah, bruh. Nah, bruh. Nah, bruh. A foot of snow? Like, no. That's what I said. I thought he was just JKing, low-key. Like, there was frosty the other day. I'm not very happy with this information. Chicago snow. There's a high wind warning today. Nah, bruh. Nah, bruh. Literally. Duckbucks! Thanks for coming out to the stream, Duckbucks. Genuinely want winter to go away already, Cripsa says. I'm already annoyed by the snow we're getting now. I want my 80-degree temperature back! Yeah, I'm sick of it already. Literally. Ugh, literally. Alright, right now, for the people that are just joining in, we're making our river here for our Superflat world. If you're just tuning in or new to the series, I want this entire Superflat world to be a false reality where these villagers / people in our world do not know that they are in a pretty much a football bowl, and this is the reality that they live in. So it is going to be the town. It is going to be the town. Let me just go up. I guess I could show you. It's a good thing with having the water right here. This is going to be the river that kind of goes around the town. And then it's going to go into a bowl, which is going to be mountains, which is going to be hills or mountains. I really want it to be mountains, but I don't know how good my capability of building is. So I'm going to build these in sections. So if my building goes really bad, then I could just delete a section, then per se do it all at one thing. I'm going to be taking my time on the outside. And then it's going to go straight up like a J. And then on the back side of the J, on the top, it'll be kind of flat. And it's going to go straight down, and it's going to be logs. It's going to be fences. It's going to be whatever. It's going to be like scaffolding holding up these walls. And then the rest of the world, it's going to be super flat. And then within our 1,000 radius, we're still going to be building stuff out there like farms. We're still going to be building redstone contraptions, breeders, etc., etc., etc. But the people aren't going to know that they only know that this is the world, and that's all they know. I do want a way to figure out how to get a villager breeder and make it like the most traumatic thing ever for them, so that they come out of the villager breeder and go through like a really traumatic experience, and then they come in here and then they're popped into life, and they just, they're a child, so they have these nightmares, but they don't know where it is. So that subconsciously goes through and keeps them in there. And then one day, the brainwashing thing doesn't work correctly, so that kid grows his entire life up, girl, boy, grows their entire life up to be an adult, and then they can escape this reality. So that is the world. And if you weren't here to hear me say it many times before, that is what the reality is, and it keeps getting deeper and deeper every time we do this. So that is what we're doing, and people are going to be like, wow, you built a super flat world, and it looks like a cool little bowl. You made it unflat. Ha, ha, ha. Right? No. 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 The real OGs know what it actually is. This is the subplot of everything. This is like when they make a movie about something and it turns out to be it's actually the Bible or the Quran or something else. It has a deeper hidden context behind everything. This is not related to religious or anything, by the way, for the record. But this is just me building, so there is no religious subcontext behind everything. And this is the only thing in our world that is not a slime chunk. The other ones are slime chunks with the water, and I need to keep them water, or the slimes are going to keep spawning. Also, the river is just to give a physical border like a moat, and then it's going to go up into a mountain very steeply outside of this. So, that is what's going on. We're just roughly marking out the river. Like, this is roughly making it, roughly estimating it. This is going to change. And I don't know how deep I want it. And if you missed the video off stream where I almost died by slimes, this kind of inspired it. But we did get 4 buckets from them, from the wandering trader, though. So this is the subcontext behind all of this. Yeah. It's crazy enough, I've never seen the Truman Show, but I gotta watch it now. I was thinking of more like, what was it, Sith Lord was telling us it was like the Catcher? No, the Giver? Kind of like the Giver idea. I was thinking like the Hunger Games when I first came up with this. You know, like how they're in the dome and they're fighting. You know, like that sort of context. So, yeah, that's what's going on. By the way, we can beat the end. I did do what PvP did, and I shouldn't. I went into a different world, and I did /locate in a different world, and creative mode in a different world, and I did locate the end does still spawn. I did look for some other things. They did say online that the trial chambers can spawn, and it's under the bedrock, but when I did the locate, I couldn't find a trial chambers, so they still could spawn. You got to get a map from somebody. So we could still, in theory, get all those other little things going on, but it's not like a guarantee either. So, they could spawn under the bedrock. And how do you get under the bedrock? You got to build a piston trap. Yeah. Bro is building the Truman Show in Minecraft. You should literally name the villager Truman. That's crazy. I've never seen the movie, but I'm going to definitely, we're going to do that PvP for sure. Claude has lost it. Why are the villagers always victims? Tuxpoo says. They don't deserve to be happy. PvP says, villagers do not. Cripsa says, if this is part 11, how many parts will this series have to be? Probably more than 11. Yeah. No, we're actually going to stay up all stream. We're doing this we're going to not end the stream until this is complete. The one of the worst streams that I did it was based on the building design. It wasn't a bad stream. Was me building the 12-hour wall building stream where I forced myself to build a wall that didn't need to take 12 hours to do. And it was very basic design, and I could have definitely done a way better design. But it was a really fun stream, but I definitely could have made it a lot nicer, if that makes any more sense. Could have definitely made it nicer, and I definitely could have made it cooler. So, yeah. Unfortunately, the big slimes do a half a heart damage. Okay. Just wanted to make a conscious note of that. And of course, all the slimes are in our spot before we can even finish up the damn planning. How long is this series going to be? The series does not end at the Ender Dragon. The Ender Dragon, when we defeat them, her. By the way, when people call the Ender Dragon a he, I just want to, like, delete their entire YouTube channel. Like, we're in 2026 and you don't know it's a female? Like, come on, bro. Like, come on, bro. But, yeah, this is going to take the series ends when what happens, guys? I die. The series ends when I die. Speaking of, it could be right now. So I gotta pay attention. For the record. But what I want to do is I want to make this entire area inside of here completely spawn-proof to hostile mobs so that I can walk around this town relatively safe. Now, I did say before, I don't know what I'm going to do with these unfortunate chunks that are here. There's 3 chunks here that slimes can spawn in. So maybe we can make a port on this end because this looks like it could be a port. This church is definitely going to be a big issue. This I could bring the water down and make it like a kind of curves in like so and comes out, which I might want to do. But that's a whole not now thing going on. What I do want to do right now is I do want to make some risky biskies. And I want to start preventing some of these slimes from spawning, specifically the one that I almost died in, which is right here. This is the one that I almost got yeeted off this server, or this world, was this spot right here. So, look at that. You just seen a slime spawn. They literally will spawn in front of your eyes. So we're going to do the same idiocracy thing and just place a water in like that. And boom. Now they won't spawn there. That's the spot I almost literally died in. But not anymore. Not anymore. I don't know why this water isn't like pulling more to the correct spots. There we go. Because they could spawn there. And I'm guessing this isn't a spawn chunk anymore because I haven't seen any slime spawn on this in a minute. So I'm gonna reclaim some of my build a sauna there? Like Finland? What do you mean a Finland sauna? What is a Finland sauna? Does chat know? What is Finland sauna? But I could do a sauna. I mean, I'm not saying I can't build a sauna. I could definitely build a sauna. That's not the question. That's not a problem. That's not hard. And eventually we can get rid of all these fences, for the record, and just kind of live in peace in this world. I kind of want to wait for the sun to go down and place down torches. Bro just sent any slime into this endless swim right as they spawn. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Now they won't come back. Okay. That's really what I wanted to do. I did harvest these trees off stream, and I wanted to replant them on stream because I kind of like seeing the trees grow, to be honest with you. And I could also like switch it up and switch the spawn radius. And why don't we switch to spawn radius? Let's actually switch. Let's put the acacia trees closer to the house. Let's just see how that looks. Why don't we? We don't have to stay with the same thing we've been doing. Let's switch it up. I could also go in between every other one and put the trees. I did that for the crops, by the way, and that was actually the worst idea I could ever do. So I don't think I'm going to do that with the trees. But I will do it this way. I would switch the sides of them. Kind of want to see how they grow. Perfect. I think there's 40 trees here. Oh, I just can't wait to get this world going. I can't wait. Cannot wait. I did say that I don't know how deep this is going to be. But I do want it to be at least 2 blocks deep. What? Did that tree literally spawn in front of my face when I was trying to go through it? You got to be kidding me, bruh. Yeah, that tree literally spawned right when I was trying to go through it. That is crazy. I don't think I've ever seen that happen before. All right, that's going and that's growing. The next thing I want to do is I want to breed these pigs, because the pigs are also going to be subjected to the torture. I mean to the usefulness of their resource. And the pigs' usefulness of their resource is actually kind of simple. The pigs are going to be turned into a gold farm. And yeah, that's all I'm going to say about that. They will be turned into their resources into a gold farm. Now we can go to the end eventually. If I am lucky enough to find enough nether portal or enough lava in this world to go to the nether portal, or if I get lucky enough to find enough obsidian in the remaining villages, we can. And if I was sticking to my 1,000 proximity, I actually might not be able to do it. We only have 4 sources of lava in this world that are known within the 1,000 proximity. I have not went this direction, which is actually, strangely enough, this is actually west. This is north. This is east, and this is south. I've always been looking south as that was north, but it isn't. So that's something you learn something new every single day. But yeah, we can get lava from the end portal, but it's not going to be hard to find the end portal when we don't have Eyes of Ender. So I might have to do some sacrificing of items to get the end portal. Or not the end portal, to get lava. I might have to go outside of my 1,000 boundary if I, at some point. Now, I really do not want to dig this out right now. I genuinely do not want to dig this out. So we're not. I'm gonna let this fathom in my head, and we're gonna just kind of look and see. Okay, so you can get rid of saplings like that. I didn't realize, but okay. Let's go to the top here. Of course, this tree grew a little wacky. I don't have any extra. I do not have any extra. What do you call it? Dirt blocks. I used them all. Well, I guess the church is the highest spot in the slime church. Saunas were invented here, and there were around 3 million of them here. Shout out saunas. Shout out saunas. I think that might be a good idea. Reconvert this church into a massive sauna. Let's take a look. All right, so let's see their world. That needs to go, so maybe we'll delete that. But imagine if Ninja had a look at how many bling blong. Look at how many slimes are over there. That might need to be a lake. Like you can just see that. That might need to be a lake. Why and how did the slimes? Oh, the slimes are actually not spawning there. They're jumping over. Okay, that's good to know. So I'm gonna put some water down there. But look at this. Inside here is relatively safe. Imagine there's just water in a river. And then if we go up, this will be like perfectly encapsulated. I don't know how high I need to go for the record. What is the block height of this? The block height of this is -48. My phone is ringing. All right. Where was I at? Okay, so while it's nighttime, we need to go and we need to light this place up. I want everything inside of our area to be completely spawn-proof, zombie-proof, creeper-proof, everything-proof, so that when we are working at nighttime, we're not dealing with a whole bunch of bling blong, okay? We're not dealing with a whole bunch of crap. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to swear in a stream. A whole bunch of crap. But we're going to need way more torches than just this amount. So, thankfully, we were semi-planning for this last stream. And we actually have some charcoal set up here, which is not a lot. It's 4 stacks of torches coming through, but still, 4 stacks of torches is more than what I have. This area looks relatively dangerous of something spawning. So I'm going to place a torch there. And I'm going to place a couple torches here. It looks dangerous. It might not be, but it definitely looks dangerous. It looks a little dark with this getting built on the cross, but What we're going to do is we're going to run around and place torches around until we run out of torches, or I light up the entire thing. Now I know there's a perfect spawn radius of how to place torches in Minecraft, and you can go on the Wikipedia, I'm sure, or go online and just put your world seed in and take your map, and then it'll tell you exactly where to place torches down and how to place them, the spacing of placing them, the where to place them, the which torches to use, which blocks to use, which one will be the most ideal, where to get them, how to make torches, blah, 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 blah. I appreciate all your guys' help and all that regard, but I really don't care. I'm just going to place these down until they eventually stop spawning, and if they keep spawning, then I'll just keep placing more torches down. The one thing that I do want to do, and what I've learned with the slimes is something that I need to do actually right now, is when I'm in combat like this, I need to eat. Eat! Or I'm going to die. So make sure if you're playing in a hardcore world, you eat, even if you're missing just half of a chicken. You make sure you eat, even if you're missing half of a chicken. You know why? Because then you're not going to risk dying like I did. I was messing with the slimes, and my slime, like, my thing wasn't that bad, but I could not regenerate hearts because I didn't eat, and I almost died to slime. So make sure you eat. Like, for example, this. I'm not getting actively fought. Well, there is a baby zombie chasing me, for the record, but I did hear him, and now I see him. But I eating, so if the baby zombie does done goof me, I at least am not going to, like, you know, die. Welcome, Sith Lord, to the stream. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Sith Lord, if you didn't get to see the video from earlier today, and you were at school or whatnot, I understand, but I did almost die off stream, and that's what I wanted to comment on. I don't know if I did or didn't. I'm very traumatized with playing off stream. I couldn't even play my own private world off stream, even though I haven't played it in almost a week, and I did actually log in last night to try to look at some stuff, but I was so traumatized by it, I don't think I can play on this world AFKing or non-streaming. So I think I need to stream, and I think I need to keep this stuff going. You see how these guys just, like, literally spawn like that? I don't know what the perfect radius is, and I'm sure there's still going to be gaps in this area. I'm sure there will be gaps. So we still need to be on edge, but I don't think I need to be on as edge as on super on edge if I do light this up. Claude, you can look at your F3 meters and see what the lighting percentage is. If they're above the 8s, they can... I know. I believe it's an 8. But I don't care. I'm just going to place it down. And I like how I actually have, like, the little... on the Superflat world, you can actually see, like, the hard edges of everything. So you can kind of, like, see where the dark spots are on the world. Baby Zombie is still here. He apparently just stopped following me and did not despawn. Get your back off the wall. Like, this should be safe here, but I'm just going to place a couple down. I think I need to make this a historical landmark, by the way. Because I was talking on stream. As the creeper would say, I was talking mad smack. But I don't think I was talking smack. But I did say I didn't have a creeper explode in my world, and I literally was almost yeeted out of existence. By the way, if my microphone sounds echoey, if my microphone sounds like it's a webcam microphone, just for the record, I did comment this on the other stream, and I know it was probably fine still, but I was having a heart attack watching it back because I was trying to get that clip so I could post it on TikTok or whatnot and on the YouTube Shorts. But if you hear my microphone sounding echoey like it's a webcam, let me know. Let me know. I don't blame anybody for not letting me know, but if you do hear it. No, stop sleeping. I need to see the night. 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 Sorry, my bad. But if you see it, if you hear, if it sounds weird, let me know and I'll fix it. Sith Lord has helped me many times in the past fix my microphone. So massive shout out. But if anybody hears something wrong, let me know. I will fix it. I will stop and fix it. The microphone quality, what I learned in school, and which is a fact, by the way. If there is audio that is terrible, people are less likely to watch the stream because of bad audio. And they don't know the reasoning why. People can psychologically, in their brain, our brains are so good that they know if you sync the audio off by even a tenth of a second, our brains can capture that the lips are not syncing up to the voice of the person. So, yeah, audio is the most important thing. Video is, strangely enough, video quality is not the next thing. The brightness is the next thing, then the video quality, which of course is the same boat. If I'm remembering that correctly, but audio is definitely the most important thing in video production. Is the audio. Not the visuals. It is the video. There's so many times that I see people do stuff and they don't have good audio. And I understand that you might not have good audio. And myself included, as you see. I mean, I've been doing streaming for many, many years. And I didn't even realize it was bad until after the stream was over. That was my bad. I should check every stream to make sure that the audio is on the right output. That's my bad. But, you know, when I see people... Yeah, audio is very, very important. I mean, if you just use social media. Like, for example, I've kind of balanced the audio out for the music in the game to be less than my vocals. And it should be balanced enough to people saying, the music isn't too loud, the music isn't this... Because if you have seen a TikTok video ever before, people comment, they say, can you turn up the music when they're actually being sarcastic? When they be like, the music's so loud? Sith Lord says the audio is fine for him. Perfect. Good. I appreciate it. Yeah, it was fine. I checked earlier. But sometimes it'd be wacky. It'd be wacky. So if you ever hear anybody, just saying this for the background now, let me know and I'll fix it. Okay, Sith Lord, let me give you a rundown of what we're doing here. You might have been here when I was talking about it, but I'm gonna just say it again while we are here. We actually have enough dirt. Maybe I can actually plan the outline of it. I don't want to do all of it in one stream because what I like to do is I kind of like to sit there and think about the idea and the concept, but this line needs to go. But what we're doing is we're building, like they said, the Truman Show, the Giver. You know that already. But this is the river. This is the outline of the river. Every water spot is where the slimes spawn. So we need to incorporate the close slime spawns to the river somehow. This is probably going to be our Lake Chad. It's probably going to be from here to here and around. It's probably going to be our big lake. And we got to figure out how we're going to incorporate these. I think this one is easy enough. We just pull the river down and go up. I can also make a small river like this, a small river like that, and that's kind of like an island. Or I can just fill it all in. I'm not sure what I'm going to do. And then this one here I think might be our dock. Which doesn't really matter per se because these people only will know that this is their entire world. So I guess we'll see. I do have more than enough dirt to get at least maybe I would say a quarter of this outline done for the river. I don't want to do that right now because I kind of want to sit there and think. We don't have too much time left either. Because I do actually have to go to work here and I do have to write some stuff. Now, thankfully, depending on what happens in the next couple of hours, I should be able to finish my article in time. I should be able to eat dinner with one of my friends. But I may or may not have a live stream tonight. Double live stream on a day with a video post? That's kind of crazy. Maybe. Maybe not. But I am liking this idea and this concept. Now, I don't want to do all the river and stuff all in like multiple streams back to back to back to back to back to back to back. I do want to be working on other little tasks as we go. I think there's a slime chunk somewhere over here too. But yeah. Does this need to go out this far? No, it could be brought in more. I do want to leave it a little bit bigger because I do want to build some of my own houses in this village. And maybe this is the upper district. Or like I said, this could be the dock area. But I definitely want to have some nicer, newer houses in this world. I don't know what it will be. But I definitely want to have some other houses built. I don't want it to all be just this is this. So I think that's probably a good spot to finish the planning for today. And what I'm going to do, I guess, while we are here, and I know it's kind of boring to do, but unfortunately, like I said, I don't think I'm going to be able to do many AFK streams now that I'm completely traumatized by the almost dying off stream. Let's keep the armor on, Claude. Let's keep the armor on. What we're going to have to do is we are going to have to harvest this stuff on stream, and we're going to have to place this stuff on stream, most likely. I might do it off stream, but yeah, I was very, very, very traumatized. So we're going to definitely do some harvesting. What I've learned from trading from these villagers, which I've done a little bit of that off stream, but we already set them up during the stream, so it's not really like it's a huge difference. Everyone kind of knows that's what's going on. Is the villagers, there's a lot more beetroot guys, and the potato guys, well, I should be focused on growing is beetroot. Beetroots only grow one beetroot per section, so each one of these are a singular beetroot. I believe wheat is the exact same way. Carrots and potatoes are not. That's why they cost more potatoes for a single emerald than, per se, a beetroot. And a wheats. Wheats are always lower on the trading scale. But, you know, beetroot is just so easy to grow. It grows fast. You know when it's finished. Same thing with carrots. I think I'm going to kind of do on this next grow, if we're possible, is to just grow one row of beetroot and call it a day. You know what I'm saying? I think that's what we're going to do. And I gotta keep this whole bottom one will always be seeds, and the top will always be the product that we're getting rid of. I should do the same thing with the carrots as well. I've been just kind of doing it inverted for some reason. Because down here, this one is inverted because the potatoes. But I need to at least leave one row of 9, which is not enough to redo any of this field anymore. It wasn't even enough to do it when I had the little mini fields. Did you guys know, I was rewatching streams the other day, and did you guys know, I don't know when they added the allay into the game, but apparently the allay will pick up the items and bring it to you? That seems like a very useful mechanic, and especially now, especially in this harvest session. All right, perfect. Okay. Other things that I wanted to do too, which we could we could actually do right now. I want to put more chests around this place because going back to this location is honestly infuriating. It just feels like it takes too much time to go right back to this spot. So I think we're going to eventually make, I think I might have some chests sitting around. I didn't make a lot of chests recently, but I thought, yeah, there we go. Okay, we're going to insert some chests around this area. Speaking of, this is our composter. You see how the hoppers are missing? I did do that into the AFK spot here for my beetroot, or sorry, for my cobblestone. But, I was so traumatized I didn't even want to even do that. I was so traumatized after that incident. And this was hours later. I try to go back and I try to just get stuff going. Like, I don't want to leave this, do it all on stream because I want to do other stuff on my computer. I want to do other things. But at the same time, I I kind of want to keep the layout the same. What do? We did wheat, then we did beetroot, then we did carrots, and then we did potatoes. I want to keep this the same so when I'm going through I can just find easier spots. Because I just hate running. Don't jump. If you jump on a block, a mob can spawn on that. And especially with the Superflat world, they can spawn quicker. They can spawn faster, especially that I lit everything up around us. So I definitely want to get a torch. Let me just finesse a torch. Let me finesse that one and we'll put it on there. And not jump. I also want to put some more hose around this area too. But now I can, just come here and finesse all this stuff in there and then get all this crap moving. All right, put some potatoes in there. We're gonna move everything over. Don't you worry. We're moving everything over to our spot. This one's just the unorganized chest. It's just something that we could put there for a quick fixer-upper. And yeah, we'll go from there. And I put a bed over here because I definitely was doing this the other day. I think it takes about... Oh, here we go. See, look, even this one is undone. I got to come back and fix that too. I was doing this the other day. I think it takes me about 30 minutes to till this land and to plant this land, till it, whatever you want to call it. Wandering Trader time! What did he give us? He's actually going in the worst spot. And he disappeared at nighttime. All right, I'm not sure what he's giving us, but we're going to go grab some emeralds. We're going to go grab some emeralds after we duck all of this stuff in there. And then somewhere around here was my little mistake hole, which was right here. I kind of want to see... I need to sleep tonight, for sure. But because I went one night without sleeping. It's been a while since I think every night I was here I slept. Except for maybe like 1 or 2. But this was 2. This was definitely 2 if it was. Wandering Trader showed up. Let's see what he's going to sell us. I hope it's I love this Minecraft song. I think it's called Sweden. I hope it's a sapling that we do not currently own. How many emeralds we have? We have 3 stacks of 64. That zombie saw us from all the way over there for the record. We have more than that. That's going to be probably our Wandering Trader chest. For like the random stuff I don't know what to do with. I've been starting to move stuff over there. Sith Lord says, good news. A put Good news about the baseball stadium. On the video, the last comment, I talked about the LP mayor to see if he would get into Wrigley home. The one's about the same about him, and it's a green light. Perfect. I'm glad that you were able to talk to them about that because I definitely want to continue building and working on the baseball stadium because they're empty, and I want to build houses in there for the players, of course. Maybe some super fans too. I don't know. Doesn't have to be all of them. Doesn't have to be a lot. It could just be a few. But I would like to have some. So, yeah, if you want to, if we figure out, we can figure it out. All right, let's look at some of the stuff that we can buy here. Unfortunately, nothing good. I do want to buy these though, the cherry logs, but I don't want to waste emeralds on cherry logs when I can just get a cherry blossom. What I do want is I want more sea pickles because I want to light up the river. And look at this. 2 streams. One was off stream and one was on stream. But back to back of the monitoring traders. They're giving us buckets of fish. Now we have tropical fish. We have 4 tropical fish. And then we have some fire coral blocks, which we have some yellow ones. I don't think I need cyan because white and blue mixed together will make a cyan dye. But I guess while we're here, I'm going to buy dye every time he comes around, and I will just buy all the dye that I find from him. And we'll eventually just... I'm going to steal his villagers. You can't steal him while he's alive, apparently. Okay. They called them villagers, llamas. His llamas didn't give a bling long. I guess they do care. They're putting up a little bit of a fight. But now we have tropical fish and 4 more buckets. I think once we get this wall kind of going up and we have that river set up, we can actually probably just like let chess boat walk around. Maybe we can have multiple chess boats in this area walk around and just do their own thing. But we do have tropical fish, and like we did with the pufferfish here, which I will eventually let swim around in our moat, I will let the tropical fish do their thing. I don't know if you can breed fish. Let's see what kind of fish we got. Oh, pinky! Pink blue. I like pink blue. We got a... okay one. We got another pink blue. Nice. And we got a yellow one, which is definitely better than the gray. Poor gray one. He just got bullied. But now we have our own fish, and we have some more light here for our little area. So put some more sea pickles down. And slowly but surely, we'll have so many sea pickles that will light up the world. But I'm going to keep buying dye from them, even though I don't need to buy dye from the villagers, because I eventually am going to use the dye for a massive farm, or a massive place. I don't know what you want to call it. I'm trying to think of the word. The massive sheep farm. That's what I was trying to say. So I do want to keep that in there. Now, there is all this other stuff, too, that I got this pot soil and this mangrove thing. I don't really know what you can do with this. Pot soil, I think you can grow a tree from, or it's just a different type of dirt that could spread maybe on dirt. I'm not sure. But what I do know about the brown mushroom is in dark areas that are under, they can't be in the sunlight, but if they're in like a shaded area, they can continue to grow. And they can continue to multiply. And we don't have mushrooms, nor do we really need to do that. But for the time being, we don't have access to the... we do not have access to the nether. Because in the nether, we'll be able to get a bunch of mushrooms quickly. All right, I think I'm going to have to... we're probably not going to be able to farm this entire thing. I do have to get ready, and I do need to leave for work here sooner than later. So what we're going to do is we're going to grab these guys. We're going to go... Maybe we might be able to finish harvesting it all. But I'm going to see... It's time for work. Well, I hope you have fun at work, Seth Lord. Because it's almost work time for me, too. You're late. No, I'm not late yet, no. But I do need to leave here soon. Ish. I don't have to be at the place until an hour from now, but I want to get there early to get other stuff, so... But while we're here, Sith Lord, I'll let you pick what colors these sheeps or these llamas will be. We might have to worry about them later, but just take a look at what we currently have access to in terms of colors. And we'll go from there. Get inside. Get inside. Get inside. Do not leave. This is your new home. If it wasn't for you, Sith Lord, we would have kept them all the same. I'm happy you've been forcing me to change the color on them because they definitely look cooler without the color changed. You know what I'm going to do right now, too, I guess, is we're going to put all those emeralds in there so we don't lose them. We'll put those in there so we don't lose them. Red and blue. All right, let's red and blue. This is where we're ending it. We're doing red and blue, and we're calling it. Red, blue, blue, and yellow. Scratch the red. All right. Or keep the red for next time, I guess. Yellow? I don't know if I like yellow on him, to be honest with you. I think he's just too... Nah, I like the yellow on him. I don't think the yellow looks good on him. And then we'll go blue on this guy here. Wow, the blue actually looks dope on that guy. All right, perfect. We still got some more llamas we do have to color. With 2 of them, but we'll do that on another stream. We're not doing it on this stream. But we'll have them colored. We'll have them there. Look at that. Very epic. Epic games. I'm enjoying that. Isn't that cool? All right. I do have to get ready, and I do have to go to work. So thank you so much, Sith Lord, for sticking out here. I'm going to probably risk this and carve this off stream. I'm not sure yet. But... yeah, we'll see about that. Might be able to do a bonus stream later, but we'll see about that. So, I want to give a massive shout out to everyone for coming out to the stream and enjoying the beginning part of this. I'm going to tuck this stuff away, so when I do decide to get these, harvest the rest of this, my inventory's clear. Or pretty clear, let's put it that way. I want to give a massive shout out to everyone that has watched the stream, and those people include PvP, Tuxpoo, Cripsa, Sith Lord, and anybody else. I do greatly, greatly appreciate it. I want to give a special thank you to the Patrons for making these Patreon exclusive videos and live streams possible. This live stream isn't an exclusive, but I do want to give a massive shout out to them, as well as the merchandise holders. None of these things are required. All those things just do contribute to the channel. So that is going to be it for this live stream. I love you guys so much. I am Claude from Chicago, and remember, a real friendly makes their own luck. Bye!